Hey, how you doing? This is Jerry Heron here to make another YouTube video, and this video I'm gonna make, it's kind of a different YouTube video. It's actually a video I've never done before, but I've gotten so many inspirations to do this, so I thought I'd go ahead and make this video for Saturday night's video. This is being recorded. This is on September 10th, 2022. Yep, I thought I'd tell you what this video is gonna be about. This video is gonna be called my dreams and wishes. So as you know, my name is Jerry Heron. I'm 24 years old, and I was born on June 1st, 1998, and I have autism, and I have very high functioning autism. And living with autism, it's been really awesome. I want to tell you that I've had so many future dreams and wishes growing up. And I thought I tell them all. And I'm hoping all you all can see this video and see what are my wishes and my dreams and wishes. So, as you know, I'm gonna explain everything what my dream and wishes. So let's get started. My favorite movie ever since I was a kid growing up has always been Toy Story. The Toy Story movies have been my favorite movies since I was a little kid growing up. And my favorite Toy Story movie has always been Toy Story 2. With, of course, all four movies feature Tom Hanks and Tim Allen. Tim Allen voices Buzz Lightyear and Tom Hanks voices Woody. And and Toy Story 2 has always been my favorite because it features the Roundup Gang. And Woody's is mainly all about that. And that movie's more about Woody, how he is about to get sent to Japan. He gets toy now, and he's about to get sent to the toy museum in Japan, but Buzz and the gang rescue him. So that's why Toy Story 2 is my favorite movie, because it features the Roundup Gang. That's why Toy Story 2 is my favorite one in the series, because it features the Roundup Gang, and it's more about Woody. It's more focused on Woody, who's my favorite character, and Woody is voiced by Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks has been my favorite actor since I was a kid. I want to say that is my number one dream and wish, to meet Tom Hanks one day, as I know I'd be very happy to meet him, as I recite all his lines of Woody from Toy Story, and I always do them really well and stuff. And I just know if he ever heard that I recite all his lines, he'd be very happy, and I'm sure he'd be very proud and happy to meet me, and I'd be very proud and happy to meet just an awesome actor who's my favorite actor. Yep, and this is my favorite line from Woody. There's a snake in my boot, and I'll say one phrase from my favorite movie that's live action from Tom Hanks. It actually features Tom Hanks in person, from Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Those are my two favorite Tom Hanks lines. There's a snake in my boot from Woody in Toy Story, and life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, from Forrest Gump. Two of those are my favorite Tom Hanks movies. Toy Story 2 is my favorite movie of all, Disney movie at all, with Tom Hanks. And then Forrest Gump's my favorite non-Disney movie, non-anime movie with Tom Hanks. That is my dream and wish, to meet Tom Hanks. And I just, like I said before, I just know he'd be happy. I'd be happy to meet him, and I think he'd be happy to meet me. Yep. And now I'll go ahead and mention my second dream and wish. Ever since I was a kid, I've grown up with Wheel of Fortune, the game show hosted by Pat Sajak and Vanna White, and I played the game all the time on PS2, the video game, of course, in which I actually call out letters like I'm on the show, and I actually solve the puzzles and say it out loud on the show. Whenever Vanna White congratulates me on the game, the one I have only features Vanna White, doesn't feature Pat Sajak, but that's okay. I like Vanna White, she's really beautiful. Yeah, whenever she says, "You did it, terrific, player one," I always say, "Thank you, Vanna," like I'm on the TV show, and I get to hear, and I like to act like I'm on the show, and I spin the wheel, and I always, when I'm playing the video game, I always clap my hands like I'm on the show, saying, "Big money, big money." Yeah. And I want to say that's another dream wish, to be a contestant on America's favorite game show and meet Pat Sajak and Vanna White, and actually be on live on stage and hope to win the $1 million. That's my second dream and wish, to win the $1 million and be on Wheel of Fortune on live TV and solve all the puzzles like I do, like I'm on the show. Like I always pretend I'm on the show when I'm playing the game when I'm playing the video game on PS2 too. Yep. And that'd be one future dream and wish I'd like to have one day. And now here's my wish number 3, which unfortunately this is a wish that cannot come true, unfortunately, because it's about Jeopardy. Jeopardy's another game show I grew up watching as a kid. I always, every time I played the game, of course, I never really got any. I probably wouldn't go on Jeopardy because I don't really know any of the answers or questions. But it's so nice to learn stuff. I always played the video game Jeopardy, and which I would always, even though I didn't really know many of the questions and answers, it was nice to learn. I always play against the computer. Whenever the computer got the question, I still knew the answer for next time. And every time no one got the answer right, I would know it for next time. But I got to always say, I would always say, I like to name the movie for 200 Alex, like I'm on the show, and I always loved playing Jeopardy in real life, in which I would always talk like Alex Trebek. I always recite Alex Trebek's lines, but unfortunately that's one wish that will not be able to have come true to me, Alex Trebek, because unfortunately he passed away in November 2020, unfortunately, but it was a dream to meet him. But I'm sure if he met me, I'm sure if I met him, I'd be happy to meet him. I'm sure he'd be happy to meet me too. Yeah, but I've gotten used to the new hosts, like Ken Jennings hosting Jeopardy, and Mayim. I always forget her name. She's from the Big Bang. I know her first name's Mayim something, but I know she's from the Big Bang Theory. Her and Ken Jennings are taking turns rotating hosts. So maybe one day when I learn a lot about the answers, I'll go on the show, and I would love to meet Ken Jennings and Mayim to learn and tell him how I grew up with Alex Trebek and tell him how great it would be Alex Trebek, and it'd be nice to meet them as well. But I probably won't go on Jeopardy because it's very hard to get on, and all the questions and answers are very hard. And another game show I love to go on is Family Feud. It'd be really awesome to be me and my whole family go on Family Feud and see some of the funniest questions and survey answers and meet Steve Harvey, as he's hilarious. Yeah, he's an awesome game show host. And my other favorite Family Feud game show host was Richard Dawson. Even though I wasn't born, but I heard he was really popular and famous. He used to kiss all the contestants, which I love to kiss a lot of people, but of course with their permission. But yeah, Richard Dawson passed away in 2012, so I won't be meeting him, unfortunately. But like I said, but if I met him, I'm sure it'd be nice to meet him, and it'd be nice to meet Steve Harvey one day. Those are my 3 wishes. Those are my 3 wishes. 1 or 4, because I also mentioned Family Feud. Those are my 4 wishes. 1, to meet Tom Hanks. 2, always been a dream to go on Wheel of Fortune. And 3, which didn't really come true, but it was always a dream to meet Alex Trebek. But still, if I met him, I'm sure it'd be wonderful to meet him, and to go on Jeopardy to meet Ken Jennings and Mayim. I probably won't. And 4, always wanted to be a contestant to go on Family Feud. And there's actually one more. Here's actually wish number 5. It just came to my head. Sorry about that. I've grown up with all the movies in New York, which is Home Alone 2 and Stuart Little. Both those movies take place in New York City, in which I love New York City. I've always seen New York City in movies, and it's always been my dream to go. I always love the Plaza Hotel from Home Alone 2. I love all the hotel employees, how funny they are, and I always like to go to New York City because of Home Alone 2 and see what Kevin got to explore in that movie, and of course seeing what they did in Stuart Little. I've always wanted to go to the river, to the lake in Central Park, because that's where they did the boat race in Stuart Little, the first one. And it'd be nice to see New York City one day, and it'd be like a dream come true. That's wish and dream number 5. 5, to see New York City, all from my favorite movies from New York: Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and Stuart Little. And that's all my wishes and dreams. Those are my 5 dreams and wishes, and hopefully they'll come true one day. Hey, thank you for taking the time to watch my video of my dreams and wishes, and I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for my next video. This is Jerry Heron signing off.